Hey everybody, it's Eric with Low VA Rates. We're asking questions, we're answering questions, we're doing our Q&A today. Something that I hear all the time. Do VA cash outs have the same seasoning, recoup, and net tangible benefit tests or requirements that streamlines do? Well, here's some answers. Notice I didn't say here's an answer. There are some answers here. When it comes to the loan seasoning requirements, the recoup rule and the net tangible benefit test, VA cash out refis do differ slightly from VA streamlines, at least in some respects. So let's answer this question simply and as quickly as possible. I'm going to tackle each part of the question one at a time. First up, seasoning requirements. Both VA streamlines or IRRRLs and VA cash outs They do have the same seasoning requirements. Before you can refinance an IRRRL or do a cash out refinance, you must have made at least 6 consecutive monthly payments, and the new loan that you're doing must close at least 210 days from your prior loan's first payment due date. So there's really 2 tests there, but they're the same on VA streamlines and VA cash outs. There is one exception to this rule, and that's for the type 1 VA cash out where the original loan is a non-VA loan type. The VA cash out type will matter again a little bit later, so here's a quick definition of the two. Type 1 cash outs occur when the borrower isn't pocketing cash. Instead, their new loan is less than or equal to the payoff amount of the old loan. We almost never see this, by the way, but I want you to be familiar with it. Type 2 cash outs occur, and they're the more common standard type of VA cash out refinance, where the borrower is pocketing cash by getting a new loan that's bigger than the payoff amount of the old loan. And it's, I don't even like to refer to it as pocketing cash because, frankly, if you're not getting any cash, but you're just rolling in the funding fee or rolling in closing costs, you automatically are a type 2. So there's very rarely ever a type 1. But I'm glad to have educated you on that. Up next, we have the recoup rule. In order to qualify for a VA streamline, the amount that you save on your new monthly payment must recoup your total closing costs within 36 months. Simply put, you take all your closing costs on the loan that the VA considers applicable closing costs, and you divide that by your decrease in monthly payments on your VA streamline, and if you're within 36 months, you're going to qualify. However, for cash out loans, this is slightly different. Type 1 cash outs, we just talked about those, do have the same rule, but only if the original loan is also a VA loan. If it's any other type of loan being refinanced into a VA loan using the cash out option, then there is no recoup rule. Cha-ching, right? That's a good thing. And again, we very rarely ever see type 1 cash outs. Finally, let's talk about the NTB or the net tangible benefit test on streamlines or IRRRLs and cash outs. Both of the loans, IRRRLs and cash outs, have to pass an NTB test. However, the allowed benefit for cash out refinances is different, can be different, I should say, than the allowed benefits for the streamline or IRRRL. For example, for a cash out loan, there are 8 allowed benefits. You only have to meet one of them, so you have 8. Some of these include lowering your interest rate, moving out of an ARM loan into a fixed rate loan, decreasing your term, so you were on a 30-year loan, now you're going to a 25-year loan, etc. For an IRRRL, allowed benefits include lowering your interest rate, okay, that must happen, and moving out of an ARM loan into a fixed rate loan. For a full list of all the allowable net tangible benefits for both streamlines or IRRRLs and cash outs, make sure to check out the video that we've linked below in the description box. Again, that video that we linked down below should cover all of the areas that I just went over, but in much more detail. So check that out below. Now, I know that was a lot of information in a really short amount of time, but if we summed it up very quickly, while the seasoning, recoup, and NTB requirements for both IRRRLs and cash outs do overlap in some areas, they're also different in others. If you have any questions, please comment below. You can also pick up the phone and call us. You can text us. I remind you, I'm not a licensed loan officer. One of our licensed loan experts or one of our licensed loan officers will be happy to explain this in more detail. Please reach out. We'd love to help answer any questions you might still have.